Okay, let's take a look at our last situation. We've got our young man still saving for college. He wants to have $5,000 in 7 years, and he wants to know the difference between uh, if he saves that money at the beginning of the period or the end of the period, and what would be the difference in the deposit he would need to make if to have that $5,000. So we just want to take a look at the difference between an annuity and an annuity due, and how much that extra interest makes a difference in the two payments. So this is important for you because if you'll notice, like when you go in to take out a loan, they'll want you to pay at the end of the period. But it's in your best interest to pay at the beginning of the period. If you pay at the beginning of the period, you're going to end up over the life of the loan paying less interest. So I just want you to take a look at how this plays out as we work this problem. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to use our function wizard, and we want to find payment again using our function. And we're going to have to adjust this time because in this problem we're also compounding quarterly in this problem. So for our rate here, we're going to click on our rate and we're going to divide by 4. And for our number of periods, we're going to click on our 7 and we're going to multiply by 4. So we're just getting a little practice in this problem. And then for our future value, we're going to click a negative and we're going to click on our future value. And then we have to do one other step in this problem to show the difference between an annuity and an annuity due. We have to come down here to type. Okay, so if we go to type, it's going to remind you down here in the bottom, if the payment is at the beginning of the period, you want to type in a 1, and if it's at the end of the period, you can just put nothing in there, or you can type in a 0. So since this is our regular annuity, we can just leave this blank. So we're going to click OK. All right, so if we want $5,000 and we want that at the end of our 7-year period, then he has to deposit $145 at the end of every quarter for that 7-year period. Okay, so let's take a look at an annuity due, what we would have to deposit at the beginning of every quarter. So let's go ahead and do that function. And notice I can't copy over because I have to put in that type here. So this is a different function here. So I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to go back up and get my rate again. So I'm going to get my 6. I'm going to divide that by 4. And I'm going to get my number of periods. And I'm going to multiply that by 4. And I'm going to come down to my future value and put my negative back in and get my 5,000. Except this time here, I'm going to put in a 1. Okay. So if I put in a 1 and I click OK, notice here that the amount that I have to put in each quarter is less. So I only have to deposit $142.86 if I deposit that money at the beginning of the quarter. So I save about $3 on interest if I pay at the beginning of the quarter versus at the end of the quarter. So that's just something for you to kind of keep in mind as you are going and borrowing money out there, in your daily lives. So that's an annuity due, and you may run across some of those problems in your homework. Okay, good luck.